Do I think there's going to be another black swan? Of course, 100%. I just don't know exactly what it is. The only one that's going to be an interesting one to watch, and I don't even know how he calls a black swan, because I feel like black swan by definition can't really be, it's like predicted. Oh, didn't see that happening.
Yeah.
The US government is going after Tether. That is clear to me. I view Tether as a very important part of the ecosystem, and I don't know how to predict
the impact that will have.
Satoshi Nakamoto wrote a paper that everybody in this class, if you're at MIT and a few of you are at Harvard, I'm telling you, you can read it. You'll understand maybe a half to 2/3 of it. It's not deeply technical. It's only 8 or 9 pages.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of the huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we could have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're going to get more right now with Bloomberg's Sonali Basak. Sonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told its members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will, during that auction that we saw a little bit before. The attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets.
Now, it was not just a poor auction. it was absolutely lousy. And you know, when the dealers have to step in to save a treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the NWO book and the Crypto Teacher book. The NWO book shows you how the world really works, and especially in the times that we're in right now, it's definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep. And in 2025, the NWO is going to turn on that alarm clock. It's up to you whether you wake up or not, whether you're going to hit that snooze button. Remember, my people perish from the lack of knowledge because they reject it. And guys, we're going to see stablecoin regulation, which is the foundation of this new digital economy, and it sets up down the road 2028, 2029 for that free money. And then also, of course, in the first quarter of 2025, we always get a correction. But we have trillions of dollars sitting on the sideline in money market accounts. And then plus, we know the Fed is going to cut rates. Not a lot this year, but they're definitely going to cut rates. So I see us getting a correction and then moving back up. And then we have the two powerhouses, China and the U.S., will step up these tariffs on each other. And of course, guys, that's going to hit certain parts of the market. But then we also have the hacks. We have the Birdman. We have the drums are beaten, and more movies to come, as we can see. And inflation is going to stay sticky, and layoffs are going to step up while they move in all this automation. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And right now, we have Bitcoin and crypto pulling back. Don't forget, guys, we had options yesterday. We also had stocks pull back also yesterday. And cryptos normally pick up tonight, going into tomorrow, and then Sunday night CME opens, which moves the market. So guys, make sure you're paying attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rates, which were up on Friday. And like I told you, yield rates are going to slowly creep up, especially with all the news that we're getting. And we know that BOJ made that move. That's the reason why markets pulled back in a big way. And remember, these stocks are based off valuation, not what they're really making, guys. Remember, we're in an illusion. It's valuation for this new digital economy. So if you're investing in stocks, you have to know that. And then we have the dollar up on Friday. We have volume in crypto right now up. We have Tether and USDC. And then, of course, guys, we have the Fed. Repo at 187 billion. Make sure you're pulling it on a daily basis during the week. And we had the Fed pause, and we know they're going to pause in March because we have these Trump tariffs on Canada, Mexico, and China. And they're supposed to begin today. And some mainstream media was saying March 1st, but the White House has confirmed they begin today. And that's just going to put more and more pressure on the legacy market so the fourth industrial revolution can rise, where the robots, algorithms, and drones take the economy over, pay each other with crypto, and the sheep go inside the metaverse. And as you heard Gary Gensler speak about the Bitcoin white paper, and Bitcoin was the master plan to bring this digital economy in, and as we can see, but like I told you a long time ago, But you can clearly see it now that the big banks and big corporations were controlling this digital asset space from the beginning. They just behind the curtain, but they were funding everything. So whoever is controlling it money-wise is going to be the winner. We saw this in big tech. We know all the tech companies, and then the behemoths took over. And now we only have a handful of companies that own the tech world. And we can go to your food supply, your communications, your energy supplies. Is all controlled by a few hands. Remember, just an illusion of choice. Those same hands just go by 1,000 different names. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have the Bitcoin and Ethereum spot ETFs, BlackRock, Fidelity, and Grayscale. Bitcoin spot ETFs down at close yesterday. Ethereum spot ETFs were up at close yesterday. Now we have 21 shares filed for spot Polkadot ETF, marking a first as it looks to get the US SEC to sign off. And Polkadot will definitely be that platform along with Web Token that's going to change energy forever. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have Coinbase acquires Web3 ad tech platform Spindl. So you have your on-chain apps, your on-chain ads, and all these apps are free. Why? Due to ads, due to fees. And these apps like Uber, DoorDash, or if you're in a restaurant like self-serve, you have Apple Pay, Google Pay. All these apps allow the machines to take over without a human involved. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And lastly, guys, we know that Black Swan event is coming. We don't know how it's coming, but we definitely know it's coming. And now we have Kraken to delist Tether and 4 other stable coins in Europe. And I told you a long time ago that Tether movie was coming in order to hand over the control over to the central banks. Because Tether has been controlling the space and nobody can explain why. But we can see the central banks' fingerprints all over them. And they own just as many U.S. treasuries than any other country on the globe. That is ridiculous. It has to set off a red flag. They're doing it for a reason. And that's because stable coins are the foundation of the economy, just like these fiat currencies. But it allows this legacy market to get rid of fiat, come over to the digital economy, so you have 2 economies moving at once, and eventually this digital economy is going to sit on top of this legacy market. But these stable coins keep the central banks in control of the money supply. And then on top of it, they have those smart contracts where they'll be able to know you better than you know yourself. And then plus tell you what, when, and how to buy. And you have 3 to 6 months to spend it or poof, it's gone. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Because he knows. When it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But that's all I have for you. Don't forget about the books, Crypto Teacher, and the new World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get on stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know, I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID Stories 3. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.